So, Andrew Yang continues to embarrass himself. He went on CNN to talk about his new Forward Party, and now I don't particularly like some of the questions that Jim Acosta asks him. In this question, he asks him, it's clear he doesn't like third parties. He asks him, why don't you run as a Democrat? Third parties are the reason that Donald Trump got elected, that sort of thing. But here I'm going to show you a part of this interview to show you how vacuous his third party is.
Yeah, but Andrew, you're going to have policy positions at some point. How does the Forward Party feel about Roe versus Wade? Should it have been overturned?
Well, I personally think that women's reproductive rights are fundamental human rights. But the Forward Party has not left or right, but forward stance on even the most divisive and contentious issues.
Well, what does that mean? Don't you have to take a position on something? Don't you have to take a position on something? You can't just say, well, this is a hot button issue, so I'm not going to take a position on you. You want to run the country, you're going to have to make some hard decisions, Andrew.
Again, the Forward Party is about that common sense consensus majority view, which is very clear on abortion. It's clear.
What about guns? What about assault weapons?
On climate change. It's actually clear on just about every issue under the sun.
Should 18-year-olds be able to buy AR-15s?
Because of the nature of our system.
Should 18-year-olds be able to buy AR-15s?
Again, the common sense consensus majority is that there should be some rules around background checks and access to firearms. But we're not getting any of these things, Jim, because the two-party system does not need to deliver.
But it doesn't sound like you're taking any hard positions. It sounds like you're
trade power.
It sounds like you're sort of a fill-in-the-blank party. If somebody wants a party with no clear policy positions, you're it. But unfortunately, in the real world, you have to take a position on something.
Well, we're for the common sense consensus view on guns, abortion, climate change, but we're not getting a common sense consensus
what are those
result
positions?
On any of those things, Jim. And
those
Americans
are just sort of
fuzzy.
Why. But those are fuzzy, nebulous. It sounds like you came up with something in a focus group. Common sense, middle of the ground. That sounds wonderful. That sounds great. But at the end of the day, don't you have to take a position on something?
Well, the great thing is the American people know where we want the country to go. And what we know that we need a more dynamic, truly representative system than we're getting right now, which is why the Forward Party is growing so quickly. Tens of thousands of Americans have signed up in all 50 states because we know that the two-party system is getting worse, not better, and we know we need something new.
And who is going to be bankrolling the Forward Party? Will you pledge to be very upfront and candid and transparent about where your money comes from?
Yeah, it's transparent for all to see. And the people that are bankrolling us are everyday Americans who are sending $10, $20, $30 because there's such an enormous appetite for change.
And one of the things I tell people... Any corporate money coming in? Outside money?
Again,
money?
It's completely transparent for all to see. But I can say that our money has not been coming in from corporations. It's been coming in from everyday Americans who want something better for us. And
you'll pledge to put that on a website, or if a news organization comes to you and says, we'd like to see this information, will you pledge to make that information available?
Well, Jim, I'm going to actually tell you, we don't have a choice. Like, we have to file every 3 months, so anyone who wants to see it can just check it out.
And finally, I guess,
We have lots of great ideas about things. We just can't tell you what they are. We support the common sense consensus. Our funding is transparent for all to see. But I'm not going to release it to you. I haven't released it to you yet. I mean, what a joke. You want to see something funny? I'm just going to show you, just a second, a photo of this. It's something Andrew Yang tweeted. Okay, here it is. If we look, they're the partisans, which are squares, and the forwardists. He's a forward thinker. He's a triangle. And the thing is, this isn't a new idea. Since the 90s, the neoliberal Democrats have called themselves third way Democrats. Their argument has been that the Democratic Party is too far left and that they need to be more moderate. They need to triangulate in order to get stuff done so they can work with Republicans. Andrew Yang, he was once well known for promoting UBI, and now he's promoting his loser party. I mean, I support a third party, but the reason why I support a third party is because the majority of the American people support policies that are supposedly far left, like Medicare for all, like free college, like ending the wars, like unions. The two major political parties call these things far left because they've been bought by special interests. Andrew Yang's idea is to create a new party that's just the same as the other two major political parties, to be the reasonable centrists, which is just, as I said earlier, the neoliberal Democratic Party idea. Andrew Yang proving himself to be the fraud that he is. There you have it.